Did you know that most people have no idea how much debt is really controlling their lives? Now, imagine the impact this can have on your mental health, your relationships, and even your financial future. But what if I told you there's a simple, step-by-step method that can help you get out of this situation and start living without the weight of debt? It's not magic, it's strategy. In this video, I'll show you how to create a clear and effective action plan to regain your financial freedom. And the best part, you'll understand how small daily changes can transform your financial reality. Stay with me until the end and discover how you can turn things around and start living without financial worries right now. Hello, everyone. If you're tired of living with that constant feeling that debt is swallowing you up, this video is for you. Many of us have been through or are going through moments when finances feel out of control. But the good news is that there's a simple and practical way to reverse this situation. I know it may seem hard to get out of the red, but with a well-structured action plan, you can transform this reality. In this video, I'll guide you through a step-by-step process so you can get out of debt and, more importantly, achieve financial freedom. Throughout the video, you'll see how making more conscious decisions can not only change your financial situation, but also bring more peace of mind and security for your future. So, if you want to finally take the first step towards a life without financial worries, stay with me until the end. Before we begin, if you're looking for more tips like this to improve your financial health, make sure to subscribe to the channel. That way, you won't miss any valuable content and can start taking the first steps to transform your financial life. Let's dive into the tips that will help you get out of debt once and for all. The first step to getting out of debt is to understand exactly where you are. I know, many times we avoid looking at the reality because we're afraid of how big the problem is. But the truth is, without fully understanding your financial situation, you can't make informed decisions to change it. So what do you need to do? First, make a list of all your debts. Include everything: loans, credit cards, loans, and even those small debts that seem insignificant but add up in the end. Use a spreadsheet or, if you prefer, financial tracking apps that can help you get a clear, objective view of everything you owe. The second important part is knowing how much you're paying in interest. Often, debts don't seem so big at first glance, but when we add the interest, they become an even bigger burden. Here, you'll start identifying the most urgent debts, the ones with the highest interest rates that could cause even more problems in the future. Now that you have a clear view of your debts, the next step is to create a realistic budget that will help you balance your finances day to day and direct enough money towards starting to pay off those debts. Now that you know how much you owe and to whom, it's time to take a look at your financial life in the present. Creating a budget is what will give you the control you need. And I know, it may seem complicated at first, but trust me, a well-made budget is a powerful tool. The first step is to analyze your monthly income. Include everything you earn, whether from salary, freelancing, side jobs, or any other income sources. The next part is to list all your fixed expenses, such as rent, utility bills, food, and transportation. Often, variable expenses like dining out or impulse buys go unnoticed, but they add up a lot by the end of the month. That's why it's essential to record even the smallest expenses, as they directly impact your ability to save and pay off debt. The goal here is not just to balance your spending, but to direct a significant portion of your income towards paying off your debts. This means being disciplined and, for a while, cutting unnecessary expenses. It might be tough at first, but the key is to focus on what matters most right now: getting rid of the debt. Now that you have your budget in place and are more aware of how you're spending, it's time to apply an effective payment plan to deal with your debts and speed up the process of getting out of the red. We've come to one of the most crucial points of this process: how to start paying off your debts. The secret here is to have a strategic approach. And when I talk about strategy, I'm not talking about just any plan. I'm talking about a plan that you can follow with consistency and confidence. One of the most effective approaches is the strategy known as the snowball method. Here's how it works. You start by paying off the smaller debts first. This creates a positive psychological impact because you start eliminating debts quickly, which boosts your motivation. Once you pay off the smaller debts, you can use the money that would have gone towards them to tackle the bigger debts. But be careful. If you have a debt with extremely high interest, like a credit card, it might be better to focus on that one first. The key is to have a clear plan of which debts to pay first and how to allocate your income wisely to pay off as much as possible from each of them. This doesn't have to happen all at once, but over time, you'll see the impact of your actions. When you start paying off your debts, it's also crucial to think about how to avoid falling into the debt trap again. That's why the next step involves changing your financial habits and adopting new attitudes towards spending. This part is just as important as paying off existing debts. The truth is, to truly achieve financial freedom, you need to stop accumulating more debt. I know, it can be tempting, especially when there's an opportunity to buy something or an emergency arises, but the key is to change your mindset about money. One way to avoid more debt is to cut unnecessary expenses. Take a close look at what you can eliminate. Often, it's small things we don't notice, like that daily coffee out or a subscription service you rarely use. Additionally, it's crucial to avoid impulse buying. If you need to make a large purchase, like electronics or a vacation, plan ahead and only buy if you have the money available for it. Another key tip is to build an emergency fund. Having a financial cushion will protect you from unexpected events and keep you from resorting to credit. This will help you create a solid foundation for the future and stay on track towards financial freedom. Now, we know that to speed up the process of getting out of debt, you can rely on strategies to increase your income. Let's see how this can help. The last tip to get out of debt faster is to increase your income. This can be a game changer in your financial recovery process. And I'm not talking about something impossible. You can look for a side job, do freelancing, sell used items, or even learn new skills to get a higher-paying job. It all depends on your willingness and creativity. Another way to boost your income is to invest in something that will bring long-term returns, such as improving your financial education or investing in courses and training that can open doors for new professional opportunities. The key here is to be proactive. The more you can generate an income, the faster you'll be able to pay off your debts and achieve financial peace. Now that you have all these tools in hand, it's time to recap what we've covered so far and give you a final push to move forward and achieve financial freedom. If you're enjoying the tips so far and feel ready to start putting this plan into action, don't forget to leave a like. It helps us continue bringing content that will transform your financial life. Now, let's go over more strategies to make sure you can get out of debt once and for all and achieve financial freedom. And there you have it, everyone. Now you have all the tools to start getting out of debt and building a solid foundation towards financial freedom. Remember, the most important thing is to take the first step and stay disciplined. It won't be easy, but with persistence, you can change your financial situation for the better. If you want to keep getting more valuable tips and learn how to stay on the right track, just click on the videos appearing on the screen now. We have plenty of more content to help you achieve the financial peace you deserve. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell, and we'll see you in the next video. Until then,